Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing good. A very happy good morning to all of you. Today I have made another video for you because the weather is very good. It's raining outside. So just grab a cup of tea and sit in front of your computer and enjoy this video because we are going to study another topic, very interesting topic. It's very easy and the topic is sentences and its types. Let's see, all of you know that what is a sentence, but we are going to look deeper into it. Let's come up with a definition of a sentence. Is a sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself, typically containing a subject and predicate. It is a combination of words and it gives you complete meaning. A set of words that is complete in itself, it means that it gives you full information. It's not incomplete. Then it is typically containing a subject and predicate. We are going to study one by one deeply, but here just I will give you a concept that subject is a doer, a person who does work, and predicate is the rest part of a sentence is called a predicate, conveying a statement, simple sentence, question, exclamation, or command, and consisting of a main clause and sometimes one or more subordinate clauses. We are going to study one by one every section, but just you should know that this is the definition of intermediate level. That sentence itself gives you a complete meaning and it must have a subject and predicate. It can be a statement, it can be a question statement, exclamation, command, means order, or it consists of clauses. What is a clause? Now we are going to study later. Now, the other definition that I have written in red, this definition is for the beginners. We give this definition to beginners that a sentence is the largest unit of any language. In English, it begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. Here you can see that we all of us know that sentence always start with a capital letter, and when we finish a sentence we put a full stop. If there is a question statement, we will put question mark. If there is an exclamation statement, we will put exclamation mark. So this is the simple definition of a sentence, that it always starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. Okay. Now one by one we are going to study what is a subject and predicate. Subject is the naming part of a sentence, is the subject. It tells who or what the sentence is about. Now see, subject, you can just remember this, that subject is a doer. A person who does work is called a subject, and predicate is the telling part of a sentence, is the predicate. It tells what happened. Now predicate is the rest part of a sentence that includes the verb and the object. Here from the example it will be very clear to you. The rabbit ate the carrot. Now rabbit is a subject, it's a doer, ate is a second form of eat, and carrot is a object. So this ate the carrot is predicate. This is the rest part of a sentence, and the doer is rabbit. So rabbit is a subject and verb plus object makes predicate. Okay. It will be more clear to you in this picture. Here you can see the kids are eating lunch. Now what are kids doing? The kids are the doer. They are doing something. So kid is a subject, tells who or what the sentence is about. The kids are the subject, and predicate is eating lunch, tells what the subject is or does. Predicate tells you about the what the subject is doing. Now they are eating their lunch. Eating is a verb and lunch is an object. So this part of a sentence is predicate. Now it is very clear to you. It must be very clear to you now. Okay. Now come to independent clauses and dependent clauses. Clause is divided into dependent and independent, and then dependent clause is further divided into adjective clause, adverb clause, and noun clause. One by one we are going to study it. First, see what is a clause. A clause is a part of a sentence. There are two main types: independent clause and dependent clause. Independent clause is also called subordinate. Now the clause is very easy. Clause is just a part of a, if you have given information, two or three information in one single sentence using a comma, then one part of a sentence that is giving a complete sense or giving you some information, then that is called a clause. It is a part of a sentence. Okay, and then clauses can be dependent and independent. So one by one we will study what is independent and what is dependent clause. An independent clause is a group of words that contains a subject. We have studied what is subject. Subject is a doer, and verb is an action word, and expresses a complete thought, and it gives you a complete meaning. Okay, an independent clause is a sentence. It means that if a sentence is written, there is a subject, there is a verb over there, and it gives you a complete meaning. You don't require anything else to complete the meaning, or there is no ambiguity in it, then that is independent clause. For example, Jim studied in the cafeteria for his chemistry quiz. Now this complete sentence is giving you a complete information about the Jim. There is no question you can ask about this statement or something that is not clear to you. Everything is clear in this sentence. So this is an independent clause. Independent clause can stay alone. It doesn't need any other clause, any other information to complete its sense. Okay, so Jim studied in the cafeteria for his chemistry quiz. This is the complete information given to you. It is having a subject, a verb, an object, and it's giving you a complete thought. So this is an independent clause. It does not require any extra information. Now, second is a dependent clause. A dependent clause is a group of words that contains a subject and verb but does not express a complete thought. It can, the clause is having a subject, a doer, and the verb action word, but something is missing in it. It cannot stay alone. Okay, so a dependent clause cannot be a sentence. Often a dependent clause is marked by a dependent marker word. Now see, when Jim studied in the cafeteria for his chemistry quiz. Now just by putting when with the Jim, now this is ambiguous statement. You are not coming to know, you don't know that what Jim is doing and what is the complete information. When Jim studied in the cafeteria for his chemistry quiz, the time is not given. It's incomplete sentence. So if you want to put any extra information, you will just put a comma and then you will complete the rest of a sentence. Then it will become a full sentence. But here this is dependent clause. It needs one another clause to complete its sense. So this is very clear now that independent clause can stay alone, but dependent clause needs some other extra information to complete its sense. Okay, it does not express a complete thought. Okay, now see the example, it will be clear to you. Because it is raining, comma, we have an umbrella. Now here you can see that because it is raining, it's not a complete sentence. It's starting with because. This is a dependent clause. It depends on what we have an umbrella. Okay, it depends on this sentence. It cannot stay alone. So this is dependent clause. Because it is raining, comma, we have an umbrella. Now come to second sentence. We have rearranged it and make one single sentence that is giving you a complete information. We have an umbrella because it is raining. Okay, but here if we say we have an umbrella, just we don't write because it is raining. Even then it is giving you a complete information that we have an umbrella. There is no extra information that we need. We have an umbrella. Okay, this is independent clause. It can stay alone and it gives you complete information. But if you just say because it is raining, then it will be incomplete. You need another clause to complete its meaning by putting a comma and other clauses. Here we have an umbrella. So this clause, because it is raining, is dependent on this clause. So that is called independent clause. But here if we don't write because it is raining, and here we are not using any comma here. Okay, and comma is used to separate one clause from another clause. So here we have an umbrella is independent clause. Now I hope the picture is more clear to you that independent clause does not need any extra information. It can stay alone, and dependent clause needs some extra information to complete its sense. Otherwise it does not express complete thought. Okay, now types of clauses: adjective clause, adverb clause, noun clause. I'm just giving you a simple definition, and we are going to study in our next topic. In our next video, I'm going to explain you in detail. Adjective, you already know that adjectives are the words that expresses qualities. In beginners level, we have studied the definition of adjectives, that adjectives are describing words, adverbs are the words which describe the verb, and nouns are the naming words. We know this simple definition. But when we talk about the clause, or when we move towards the intermediate level, we come to know that adjective modifies other things also. Okay, like adjective clause is a subordinate clause, okay, used as an adjective to modify a noun or pronoun. Okay, adjective can modify a noun or a pronoun. So in a sentence, if there is a clause, if there is a part of a sentence which is expressing or giving some information about the noun and pronoun, that is called an adjective clause. Now come to adverb clause. Adverb, we know that adverb is a word that modifies a verb. It describes the verb, and it is placed before the verb to describe its quality. But adjective clause is a subordinate clause used as an adverb to modify an adjective, adverb, or a verb. It's not only the verb that it modifies the adjective, adverb, or a verb. This is adverb clause. Then noun clause is a subordinate clause used as a noun. Okay, it means a part of a sentence that is used as a noun, that is called noun clause. We are going to study these three things in detail. It needs more explanation, so I'm just giving you some rough idea about these clauses. So in the next chapter, in our next video, I'm going to explain in detail, inshallah. So have a very good day. Allah Hafiz. Take care.